Okay. Sorry for the technical glitch. Uh, Please wait for a second. One person watching. Who is watching? Can you comment? What was it? I was talking about Sheikh Imran Hussain in the last video, right? And the network went off. Actually, my mobile data went off. Finished. So only one person online so far. Are you someone who's gonna talk to me? Are you gonna ask me something? If I ask you, are you gonna reply? Let me see if the audio is coming fine. Is the audio fine? Yeah, it's good. Alright. We had quite a handful of questions in the last session. Two people joined now. Who is the second one? So, if I ask you a question like, tell me the Arabic word for believer. Tell me the Arabic word for believer. Tell me the translation of disbeliever in Arabic. Okay, tell me one Sahabi who is mentioned in the Quran by name. DDHGVJ, will you tell me your name once again? Mu'min is the right answer, but for believer. Kafir for disbeliever. Please treat kafir as an insult. It is not an insult, right? I mean, once I tell you kafir means someone who does not worship Allah. Do you worship Allah? They say, no, I do not worship Allah. Yeah, you're kafir. Be proud of it, right? And by the way, people in USA wear T-shirts. Some people, I mean, there has been a person who has been very proud to be a kafir. Okay, I said this person has some sense in him. He is saying, I do not worship Allah. What's wrong in it? Zayd bin Harisa is the only Sahabi mentioned in the Quran by name. This time I got the answer. Zayd bin Harisa. Most of the time, Zayd bin Haris is the answer. Uh, Tell me the last of the four Imam of the Ummah who have been agreed upon by everyone to be the Imam of the Ummah, Imam of Fiqh. The last of the four is very famous. Tell me the name of the four Imam in order. Four people online, each one tell one name of one of the Imams of the Ummah. Yes, right, the Imam of Fiqh, four famous Imam of Fiqh. One name each one, four of you online. I'm looking downward because I am looking at your answers, waiting for your answers. Imam Malik is the second Imam. Before him came one more, and after him came two more. Imam Malik bin Anas, rahimahullah, was born in what city? It is very famous. Imam Malik was born and he died in one city. Imam Malik wouldn't leave that city except for Hajj because of a particular reason. If I tell you that reason, then you will know what city it is. Medina is the right answer. Imam Malik rahimahullah never left Medina except for Hajj. For Hajj he went to Mecca, except for that he never left Medina. He would walk, once he became a scholar, he would walk barefoot because he would say, I do not know which soil touched Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So I cannot step on that soil with slippers. MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum, Bhaijan. if you are the same Bhaijan. Medina is the right answer. Imam Malik lived and died in Medina. Who was the Imam who came before Imam Malik? Rather, who lived at the time of Imam Malik but born before him, 10 years before him. Reply, I'm waiting for the reply. Any answer? Which Imam, agreed upon Imam of the Ummah, was born before Imam Malik? Is there a network problem? Am I live? Come on, Abu Hanifa, why are you putting question mark? Abu Hanifa is the right answer. I mean, this is common knowledge. Abu Hanifa, okay? Abu Hanifa, then came Imam Malik, then came who? Only two people online, mashallah, tabarakallah. Uh, After Imam Malik, then came who? Which Imam? The student of Imam Malik, famous student of Imam Malik, most famous student of Imam Malik, the author of Ar-Risala, the Imam Shafi, obviously. Imam Shafi stayed the student of Imam Malik for 6 years, very last 6 years of Imam Malik, and very early 6 years from age 9 to 15, if I'm not wrong, of Imam Shafi in Medina. There's a story that Imam Shafi wanted to become the student of Imam Malik, and Imam Malik wouldn't. You are too small. Why would I take you? And Imam Malik was first two Imam Abu Hanifa and Malik were rich, okay, and Allah had granted them, blessed them with money. And the second two Imam, the last two Imam, Shafi and Ahmad bin Hanbal, were comparatively, not comparatively, but very poor, very poor. So the Imam Malik, his students would be quite. I mean, Imam Shafi did not. I'm not saying that he rejected him because of the standard, okay? But he just came. He looked like a nobody, right? Somebody, a child came, I want to become your student. Okay. Imam Malik just said, nah, you're a child, go away. Imam Shafi said that I have memorized your book, Malik al Malik. I have memorized your book. He was 9 years old. Imam Malik said, have you memorized the Quran? He said, yes, I have memorized the Quran when I was, if I'm not wrong, 6 years or something like that. So he was shocked and he said, okay, then recite to me Malik Muwatta, something from it. And he recited a lot of hadith, and Imam Malik then accepted him. Student of Imam Shafi'i was the famous which Imam? The most famous student of Imam Shafi'i. Uh, the most famous student of Imam Shafi'i was Ahmad ibn Hanbal rahimahullah. Now, let me tell you, Imam Abu Hanifa, Malik, Shafi'i, Muhammad. Okay, for Imam Abu Hanifa, Malik, Shafi'i, Muhammad. Abu Hanifa, he had two students, Muhammad al-Shaybani and Abu Yusuf. I'm not going to talk about him. Muhammad al-Shaybani, second best student he is called to be. Okay, student of Imam Abu Hanifa. This Muhammad al-Shaybani also became the student of Abu Hanifa, also became the student of Imam Malik. Okay, then Imam Shafi, student of Imam Malik, also became, after death of Imam Malik, he went and studied to Ash-Shaybani, the student of Abu Hanifa. Okay, then this Ash-Shafi, the student of both. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Am I live right now? Is somebody still watching? I myself am not watching. I cannot understand Bangla if you're still there, Imam Ismail, Shakil. Two people online. Who is the second one? One online is me myself. Who's the second one? I'm live again. and 6 people are online. Okay, I think it will be problem today. I think the technical problem is too much, huh? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, 7 people online. Who can answer? Name the 10 promised paradise. The 10 Sahabi promised paradise. The 10 Sahabi promised paradise. Start counting. Ashra al Mubashara. Al Ashra al Mubashara. Start counting. 7 of you are online. At least give me 7 names, okay? Wa alaikum salam. Ahmad Mu'in Nawaz. Wa alaikum salam Abdul Muiz. Al Kafirina. That is the first question, okay? come, come live. Sahad Tariq. My question right now is 10 promised paradise. Name them. 10 Sahabi who are promised paradise. The Ashra al Mubashara. The 10 promised paradise in one hadith together. Who were they? Abu Bakr, Umar, Usman, Ali, radiallahu ta'ala anhum, Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, Abu Bakr, and okay, very good. DDH GVJ, very good so far. Abu Bakr and Omar so far, very good, very good. Keep counting. 5 have been answered so far. Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiallahu ta'ala anhu, 6 have been answered so far, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Abu Bakr, Omar, Usman, Ali, obvious 4 answers. Then Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, and here is Abdurrahman, and here is Abdul Mu'iz. Abdullah bin Omar is wrong answer. Not Al Ashra al Mubashara. Obviously, he is going to Jannah, but not Al Ashra al Mubashara, inshallah ta'ala. Abu Bakr, Omar, Usman, Ali. Khalid bin Walid is wrong answer, please. No. Ahmad Mu'in Nawaz. Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu does not come anywhere close to Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He was one of the last batches to accept Islam, and Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, all of them are Meccan Sahabi. All of them accepted Islam before Hijrah. Khalid bin Walid, may Allah will grant him Jannah, there is no doubt in that, inshallah ta'ala. But his Sahabiyat does not come anywhere close to Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, Sa'ad bin Waqqas, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, so far mentioned. What are the main? Sa'ad bin Mu'az also is not one of the 10 mentioned paradise. As for Sa'ad bin Mu'az, we know he is in Jannah. He died before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's death. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the handkerchief of Sa'ad bin Mu'az is better than this cloth I am wearing, and that cloth belonged to the king of Bahrain. Okay, he gave him some clothes as a gift. He wore that and said the handkerchief of Sa'ad bin Mu'az is better. Okay. Sorry again. It's loading. So I think I got 10 answers, right? Sa'ad bin Zaid, Amr ibn Nufail. Amr bin Nufail. Acha, okay. Sa'ad bin Amr bin Nufail. Okay. Saeed bin Zaid bin Amr bin Nufail. Right. His full name is Saeed bin Zaid bin Amr bin. I think, who is this Amr bin Nufail I've heard of? Sir, you belong to? I belong to India. Yeah, okay. Not Sa'ad bin Mu'az, but Saeed bin. Okay, so Abu Baida also we got. I think 10 we have got. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, Talha, Zubair, Abdurrahman, and Abu Ubaida, Sa'ad bin Waqqas, and Sa'ad bin Saeed bin Zaid. My question to you, are there only 10 prophets going to paradise? Why are they called 10? The Ashra al-Mubashara. Why only 10 promised paradise? What about the other Sahaba? The answer I will only give because I do not expect you to type a lecture over here in the comment. The answer is that these are not 10 promised paradise because these are the only 10 Sahabi promised paradise. Okay, it's not so. Rather, these 10 are mentioned together in one hadith. So that Ashra al-Mubashara is a terminology of the hadith. It is not because these 10 are the only ones promised paradise. Rather, in one hadith, these 10 are mentioned. So that hadith, it was a memorization of that hadith that became known as the Hadith Ashra al Mubashara. Okay? This hadith, hadith have name like Hadith Jibril, when Jibril Islam came to Prophet Muhammad to teach him deen. Many of the hadiths are named by several factors, several names. So this hadith was called Hadith Ashra al Mubashara. That's why this Ashra al Mubashara. But it's not that these 10 are the only ones promised paradise. So the question comes now. Quiz question. Name any other Sahabi or Sahabiya who has been promised Jannah by name. Like I gave you example right now. Sa'ad bin Mu'az radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Prophet Muhammad said, the handkerchief of Sa'ad bin Mu'az is better than this cloth I'm wearing. And that cloth had come from the king of Bahrain or the governor of Bahrain. So that hadith shows that Sa'ad bin Mu'az is in Jannah by name. So we know all Sahabi are in Jannah, but by name, which other Sahabi has been promised Jannah? Many Sahabi have been mentioned, name a few. No, because these 10 are promised in one hadith. Right? That's what I said, that hadith terminology, that hadith came to be known as Hadith wa Ashkar Mubashara because these 10 were mentioned in one hadith. Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha is the right answer. Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha was promised paradise. What is that hadith? What is that hadith in which she is promised paradise? She is promised paradise. I know of it, but I cannot recall the hadith in which Khadija radiallahu ta'ala had been mentioned by name to be a woman of paradise. Right. The hadith of the 4 women, right? The Maryam, Asiya, Khadija and Fatima are the women of Jannah. So that hadith mentions Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha to be the woman of Jannah by name. So Fatima as well included in this same hadith. So she also has been called the woman of Jannah by name. Now, who else? Any other name? Imam Malik, brother Sahar Tariq, or sister Sahar might be a sister as well. I think it's a brother because Sahar Tariq. You are going, please come live. You are watching it from behind. Okay, you are answering previous questions asked half an hour ago. Sir, will all the prophets go to Jannah or some? 100% all prophets will go to Jannah. This is the aqidah of all Muslims. There is no exception in this aqidah. I mean, there has come no group in Islam who has said any prophet will not go to Jannah. There have came groups which have said prophets can sin. We do not believe that. We believe they are masoom. There have come groups in Islam who have said that prophets may sin. There have came groups in Islam who have said that a philosopher's status is higher than the prophets, na'uzubillahi ta'ala. But still, nobody has said that prophet will not go to Jannah. Any prophet will not. Everybody has agreed that prophets will go to Jannah. Bilal radiallahu anhu has been prophesied as to be a woman of Jannah by name, and that hadith is that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Bilal radiallahu anhu that what are you doing these days? That I heard your footsteps in Jannah. So Bilal radiallahu anhu said that I pray 2 rakat nafil after every wudu. Every time I break wudu, I make wudu and pray 2 rakat nafil. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that he heard the footsteps of Bilal in Jannah radiallahu anhu because of this act. Should a person call himself Salafi? A person doesn't need to call himself by any name to go to Jannah. It's the beliefs that are going to take him to Jannah. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, except Muslim, a person has to call himself a Muslim because the Quran labels him and